What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about some interesting feedback that I've been getting from you guys, both the newer viewers, my old school subs, everybody. People are concerned with one major thing, and I'm amazed that it's just this one thing. Crossman. All right, now, if you guys are not familiar with what Crossman is, like, I got introduced to it pretty wildly. I think it was like in Madden 16 when I played Jmel. For those of you guys, you know, Jmel Flow. I played him, no, it was 17. Madden 17 is when I first experienced Crossman, I believe. I probably was, you know, experiencing it before, but that was the first time that I ever really saw how drastic it was because he was able to do wild things. Now, let me explain what Crossman is. Crossman is when you have a safety on the opposite side of the field that you man up with somebody on the other side of the field. All of my Madden veterans pretty much know about it. It can lock up the run and the pass simultaneously. The most ridiculous thing about it, though, is that if you think about it, how the field is so wide, how is it possible that a guy from one edge of the field is getting back to the other side of the field to stop a streak when he has the guy beat deep on the other side? It's a lot of things that that happened throughout these Madden years that made people very, very furious, but I just want to touch base on this particular thing. Let me explain to you what I experienced during the beta, all right? Were people trying to cross-man? I'm not sure. I didn't try to cross-man anyone because pretty much I went through a phase where I just didn't care anymore and I was running cross-man out of 4-3 wide 9. Typically, you can run it out of nickel, you know, whatever. You can do whatever you want with it, 3-3-5, big nickel over G, all that stuff. I chose to do it out of 4-3 wide 9 because that stopped the run as well as the pass a lot better than the other defenses that I was experimenting with, right? During the beta, though, I did not see any of it, even with the people that were actually trying to, mimic Madden 19 as they play 20. For those of you guys that played the beta, when you went head-to-head, a lot of guys were still running 3-3-5 normal, a lot of the typical things that were going on within Madden. But I can tell you this right now. Even with the way the game plays, right? If you with the way the beta plays, they move at like real speed. Like it's one universal speed. No longer can you adjust speed within Madden. All right. So look, that's number one. So because of that, because of the universal speed, the players actually move the way they're supposed to. So let me put it like this: if you played somebody, say you played somebody in salary cap that, you know, had a guy with like 84 speed at safety and he cross-manned Tyreek Hill that had like a 97 speed and he was supposed to make it over there across to make that play. That won't happen in 20. I can tell you that much. Based on what I've seen, just by the way the players move and how everybody interacts within like the cornerback, defensive backs, everybody, the way the movement is, I just don't see how the person on the right will be able to make it to the left with the way the players move. Well, let me just try to give you guys like a kind of use your imagination, like SpongeBob, right? Just imagine a game where the players move just like they actually move in real life. Like Tyreek Hill runs like that. Obviously, they have a lot of the rookie premieres. Maybe Marquise Brown's gonna run like that. They go, oh, okay, Moss me, pick my mom's up too. Whatever, bro. Keep going, Gronk. They're gonna make it so that these speedy players, when they get out in the open field, they really are moving like they do in the open field. So if you think for any reason that you're gonna be able to cross man dudes, I'm not saying it won't be possible if they allow it. But you gotta remember, in a lot of the different defenses that you were able to run this year in 19, you couldn't cross man out of it. So it's not like EA is not aware of what's going on. I just don't think that with the way that they were developing the game, they truly understood, you know, what people would do with that type of situation. Now, running for 6 then. Go ahead, keep going, running for 6. Like I said, the first time I ever experienced crossman like that was in 17. Did people do it to me prior to that year and I just didn't notice it because they were garbage and the games were different? Maybe. But again, in 15, it wouldn't make sense for you to do that because the way that the height was such a factor, both those guys were getting mossed, so 3 dudes were getting mossed. It didn't matter. 16 with aggressive catch, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? If you're a crossman or whatever, you can do whatever you want. If a dude threw up an aggressive catch, it don't matter who was on him. You know what I'm saying? Dude's coming down with the ball. So as we go back, Madden 08, I didn't see it in 08. 09, it wasn't a thing, I don't think. I don't remember it in 09. I remember, you could still, throw it up, use a catch, stuff like that in 09. Obviously, the QB walk kind of ruined the year of the game. 10, they brought the refs in. I don't remember crossman then. So it's a lot of years that we could go through because I've played every single Madden year. So when you gauge it with that whole, the area of the Madden that I've played and what I was able to experience in the beta, I'm just going to point out to you guys simply that, in my opinion, the way the game plays, it won't be beneficial for somebody to cross-man someone because they won't be able to get back to that player. If that player is on a specific route, now, with this one exception, right? If you move your player over, say you move your linebacker over, say you come out in a 4-3 and you move your linebacker over to a side to cross-man a guy that's going to be on a crosser, that might still be a thing. Yeah, I'm blind, bro, in both eyes. That might still be a thing when you think about the cross-man situation, and that, in my opinion, is more realistic than the safety from the all the way. He's on the, bro, he's eating a hot dog in the stands, and then he comes over and picks off a guy that you're throwing a streak to. The crossers are different, though. Because you got to remember, theoretically speaking, you're crossing to that side. It's just the fact that I don't know how they're going to make you be able to cross-man that player. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know that you can move him over, cross-man him, and then put him back real quick if you have time. But remember, with the way that everything is adjusted, you start at the line. You start actually at the line of scrimmage. So you got like 7 seconds to kind of make your adjustments. I don't know if you're going to be able to kind of it's going to be a different feel of the way that it is, and I don't think it's going to be necessary based on the way that the pass rush is if you have your secondary set up properly. So for those of you guys that are really nervous about it, and you guys have been asking me continuously to talk about it, I just don't think with the way that the game's going to play that it's going to be that big of an issue. Now, if it turns out, let me just point this out, because I have to make sure that for all you guys that are naysayers about it, like, yo, Gmia, they're going to patch the game, they're going to do this. If that's something that they do, again, I will point it out to you. I will definitely let you guys know. If you look at all the videos that I've put out, guys, I let you know exactly what's going on. I'm not hiding nothing. If I like something, I like it. If I don't, I don't. It don't really matter to me, bro. And we can agree to disagree and all that good stuff like that. But ultimately, what I'm saying is, for those of you guys that are like, yo, that's a deal breaker, bro. If crossman is in Madden, I'm not getting it. I'm just letting you guys understand. For the time that I played it, you could visibly see that with the way that the players interact, they're not really going to have time to do all of that. And if they take away extra safety with the way that the game is, with the speed of all the players being what they're supposed to be, like say you come out with the Saints and you got, you know, Alvin Kamara in the backfield, right? You got Michael Thomas on the street. Say you put him on, you put him on a table route, right? And they cross-man the safety that's above it, and they're in a cover 2, and they leave that cloud. The cloud doesn't play the same way that it played in 19. Like, they literally play cover 2 the way it's supposed to be played. So it's going to be harder for the guys to stay in place to be able to watch Alvin Kamara and be able to watch Michael Thomas. Now, Michael Thomas comes with double me, bro. That's going to be even more like that. That's what I'm waiting to see, because what's going to happen is this: when people don't realize that the game has changed and they try to come in with the same mindset, yeah, bro, I'm running 3-3-5 normal every play, I don't care. Not to say that it won't be a meta, because in every Madden there's a meta. That's something that you guys have to understand also, is just the fact of when you let people that don't really have a lot of knowledge of the game just pick it up and be able to run with it, that's what creates the issue. Because Madden always, in all honesty, has a meta. There has never been a year that Madden has not had a meta. But the years when people had to be able to use conceptual mind frame, looking at the screen and see exactly what's going on, it's sort of like this, right? When people start to look at what the situation is within the game itself, you have to be able to accept this. Let me just point this out. Regardless of what your opponent is doing, there is always a counter. Let me explain that, right? Even with the cross man, how it was doing the man, it was defending the run, it was defending the pass, it was defending all of the stuff, right? You got to remember, there were certain plays in specific formations, namely bunch, where you could just run this play and everybody was wide open on cross man. If they cross-manned you, they had to stop after the first touchdown, because they knew what you would, you know what I'm saying, like what your whole game plan was. So it's not like it's something that can't be stopped. It's the fact that people are just upset about the fact that we know it can't realistically happen within the game. It doesn't make any sense. And that's what's really annoying about it. But that doesn't mean that should be something that turns you away from it, because remember what I told you. A lot of the stuff that people are doing, it won't work in 20. So even with the new meta, just understand what I'm telling you guys right now. Start to practice and change up some of the things that you're doing. I've already put out a video trying to help some of you guys with the user capability, because I want everyone that watches my video to be able to understand what really matters. And your user capability is extremely important, in Madden 20, which means that if you play a guy like Aaron Rodgers with Gambler and you want the CPU to pick it, obviously, you know what I'm saying, he can't throw interceptions to the CPU while he has Gambler activated. So it's just so many different things that have changed within the game. Crossman, I agree. Because like I said, when I played Gmail and he was running it, it was the dumbest thing ever. And even when I was trying to like maneuver around it or whatever, it didn't really matter. It was so OP. I was like, yo, what is this? But after I played him, I was able to see, all right, that's a thing. This year, I rarely lost to it because what I would do is I'll just come out in single back wing slot. This guy just throwing the ball right in the coverage. He doesn't care. I would come out in single back wing slot and I would run dives. Like pretty much what you got to do is you got to just be able to take advantage of whatever formation they're running, the actual cover, you know, the double cross man, whatever they're doing. You have to be able to take advantage of it. And certain formations you can eat with, like just straight eat for days. So those are some of the things that I wanted to make sure you guys understand. Don't be nervous about that because whatever else they're doing, like you see like how he got wide open there? If he cross-manned me from the other side, that guy would be there to play that. But because he had everybody on the same side, Herman Moore was able to take advantage of the defense and run it for 6 by running by him. Similar to like what I'm explaining with Madden 20, dude's speed is real-time speed. So they're out. By the time they're running across the field, if you throw a streak and the guy has bad coverage on that side, that's pretty much it for that guy. So as the game, you know, we get more information about it and we get to play a little bit more of it, obviously day one, you'll be able to see if cross-man is a thing and I'll be able to let you guys know further about it. But I wouldn't pay too much attention to all of the naysayers with it right now. Give it a chance, see what it's about, or wait a week until after I play it and give you guys my full review of it, and then you go from there, all right? I want to thank everybody for watching. Be sure to subscribe, share, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Until next time, one love.